Hey, what's up? I'm Terry Bellini, and in this video I'll be talking about how to remove glued down hardwood flooring. Okay, so to do this job you're going to need a number of tools, which we'll go over here. So first we'll start with some of the safety things you'll need. So first off, you're probably going to want a pair of gloves, because when you are ripping, hardwood floor up, there's going to be some splintering and you don't want to get that in your hands. So get a pair of gloves. You're also going to be on your hands and knees a fair amount. So I would get yourself a pair of knee pads, protect your knees. And also definitely a pair of safety glasses, because when you're prying stuff up and you're kind of like over it, it's going to fling things into your face possibly. So definitely have a pair of safety glasses, because that's key. Another thing you might want is some hearing protection, because when you're hitting a crowbar or something and you're hitting it hard, it's going to get pretty loud. So you can protect your ears that way, because if you're doing it over and over and over again for quite a while, it can definitely get some ringing in your ears. So first off, if there is no way to pry up the floor, because it's all covered up against the wall and it's hard to pry it out, you might want to grab a circular saw and set it so it's really, really shallow. So it's, barely cutting through. That way you can basically cut a square in the middle of the room or wherever you want. And then that can be your starting point. You can start prying, you can start digging that up, and that's where you can start for the rest of the room. So this might be something where you can use to start out. Next, you're going to need a hammer or a sledgehammer or something like that, or something small, like a small sledgehammer. Also, a chisel like this guy can come in really handy. You can just get this at your hardware store. But you might need this to get started, basically. Like I said, if you cut that square, you might have to use this to get down in there and under, just to get started. So this is a good one to have. It's also good for areas that are really stuck, like if the glue is really, really on there and it's keeping that board stuck, that can help get it off. So that's a good one. I've been using this very successfully, so I would get yourself one of these. Basically what I'm doing is sliding this under the board, hitting it here, hitting it until it's in, and then I can use this as a leverage point basically to pry up that wood. So this has been key. The next one, so once you get the boards up and you have a little bit of space, what you can do is get one of these guys here. And this works great because there's kind of a curve here. So what you can do is grab it, put it against the ground, and kind of ram it underneath the wood. And then you can lift it up and it pries up multiple boards at once. It just speeds up the process a whole lot faster. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up and try and show you a little bit, so I can show you kind of how it goes. Okay, so like I said, I kind of take this guy, find a spot where I can kind of get it in there, hit it pretty good, like that, and then slowly start pushing it, and then hit it a little bit more. Also, you don't want to pry it too fast, because if you do it too fast, it's going to just break. It's good to try and get the whole board up in one piece, so you're not ripping out a bunch of pieces. And it'll start to break away just like that. So it's pulling up the glue. It's also pulling up some of the concrete. So I'm going to have to refinish the concrete in here a little bit, put a floor leveler to kind of even it out. But that's basically what we're pulling up. You can just go along and just keep doing it. Now some boards are going to be a little bit more problematic than others. These are actually pretty easy, but it started out a lot more difficult. There you go. Okay. Now, you can do it this way, and it'll take you a while if you do it just with this, board by board. So a way to speed this up like I was talking about, I'll show you here. So, sorry about the camera there, but what I do is kind of try and find a spot. Try and get some space in there, under a few boards if you can. And then grabbing this guy here. And like I said, kind of like putting that part of on the bottom there. And then with some force, get it in there, like that. And then lift up. That sped things up a lot faster, so that's what I'm going to be doing. But that's the best way to rip up a hardwood floor. Just keep at it, and then yeah, you'll have it done. So if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.